You know what would make that better? A cup of white cane coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White cane coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.
Good morning. Welcome into the cafe as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation. Brian Hagberg with you on your daily local. Got myself a fresh cup of Dragon's Roast picked up right here in the cafe, which is open in the plaza across from Tops. You can stop in, get a fresh cup of your favorite roast, get it filled in one of these special laser engraved tumblers, get it filled with your purchase. When you bring it back, get 50% off your refills as part of the White Cane Coffee Mug Club. While you're here, you can pick up maybe a breakfast burrito or scone or
cinnamon roll.
Well, I don't know. I think the cinnamon rolls are running out, so you better act fast. But stop in around lunchtime. Soup and sandwich is also available here at the White Cane Coffee Cafe. If you can't make it down to the cafe, not a problem. White Cane is also available on DoorDash. Just place your order, have your favorites delivered right to your door. You can also order your favorite roaster brew at home online at whitecanecoffee.com. Joined this week on Coffee and a Conversation, Ruby Stone, the Warren Rotary Club, and Ruby, you guys got a pretty big event coming up here in the next couple of weeks. February 9th, the Wild West Saloon Night.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. For those of you who don't know, we throw a casino night every year, and this year's theme is Wild West Gambling Saloon. So you can come in costume. There'll be a costume contest with lots of prizes. We're going to have some country music musicians playing. We have professional dealers. So there's going to be craps, roulette, poker. What else do we have? Blackjack, war. Some great door prizes too, and a basket raffle. It'll be fun.
And as you said, come in costume as you are appropriately dressed here today. And maybe you can see some of the fine folks at White Cane Coffee also getting in the spirit. Big wave there from Bob. So explain a little bit about, kind of the purpose and want to point out there's a QR code in the bottom of our screen there. If you want to purchase tickets to the Wild West Saloon Night, just scan that QR code. It'll take you right to the link there. But, what this event does for you from the Rotary's perspective, I mean, this is one of your bigger fundraisers of the year. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is how we raise all of our budget for the year so that we can do good in the community. So Rotary is an international organization, and internationally, Rotary supports things like clean water in areas that need it desperately, like Haiti and places in Africa. It also runs a End Polio Now campaign. They have lots of different programs internationally, and then locally, we really focus on children in the area. So I don't know if you've been over to Lacey Park since we redid that park with help from the community and the city. It is now a multi-sensory playground, and it's got special equipment for kids with physical disabilities. So if you're in a wheelchair, you can use swings, you can use what's that playground equipment that spins around and around?
The carousel?
Yeah. So you can wheel a wheelchair right into there or sit and still experience all those things that we experienced as children that if you're in a wheelchair, sometimes you don't get to experience. Right. It's got a rubberized floor as well, so it's easier to wheel either strollers or wheelchairs onto that floor. And it's got a brand new pavilion and new bathrooms, which is amazing. So the next phase of the project is there is a sidewalk going about halfway around the park. We want to continue it all the way around. So if you're a mom or a dad and you're there with your kids, you can do laps while the kids are on the playground. Or if you're pushing someone in a wheelchair, you can get out, get some fresh air, and get some exercise out there.
And so if I'm remembering right, the sidewalk kind of extends on Madison.
Yeah.
But then to make that turn, and I can't remember, the side street is escaping me right now.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Ludlow, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, but it stops there before it makes that turn, like as if you were going towards Pennsylvania Avenue, and that's the area you're looking to extend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd go all the way around,
Yeah.
and there's new handicap parking there too by the pavilion at Lacey. So you'd be able to get out, get some fresh air, and do laps or just get outside, which is nice. Or if you have kids on scooters, they can scoot around or
Right.
learn to ride their bikes without being in the street as well.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, I've got a sensory seeking child, so having places like this where there are things beyond just your quote unquote typical playground equipment.
Yeah.
The climate. I guess really not. When I think of it, I think of, okay, you had a swing set and a slide, and oh, excuse me, with the carousel, and that was pretty much maybe some monkey bars. And now it seems like the typical playground equipment includes some kind of apparatus where they have a fort and all that stuff. But
And they also have the musical instruments
Right,
at
yeah.
Lacey, which is really nice.
but to have those kind of things that give kids, like I know she's very into textures and feels and stuff, and to have all those kind of different things around is really, it just enhances the experience. She likes to go to a playground regardless, but it enhances the experience for her when she's able to really dig in and satisfy those sensory cravings.
That's great.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
And the nice thing about Lacey is it's one of the playgrounds where they give out lunch in the summer. So kids are really using that playground. They're there every day. I love going by and seeing them enjoying the park.
So how did the Rotary get involved with this rebuild essentially of Lacey Park?
This was all Adam Minio. He's a Rotarian, and he was very passionate about the project and did all the research. Him and also Bill Clark. They really spearheaded this project, and we've just continued to add on to it in the different phases.
And what kind of feedback have you gotten from people so far? So, I mean, this has been a multi-year venture, but what kind of feedback have you gotten so far?
We've gotten great support and feedback from the city. They have just been really great to work with and so supportive. And we hear about the playground program and how utilized that park is. And then a couple months ago, I happened to be having a conversation with someone, and they brought up to the fact that their friend was at the park in a wheelchair and had never been on some of the equipment. And they were an adult,
Yeah,
and
right, yeah.
they got to enjoy the park, which is just great.
Right. And that, I mean, the point is, it's not just for kids, right? I mean, it's, and that seems like it's one of the great things about that project is that it's really opening a space, especially on the east end of town where there isn't a ton of green space available for people to utilize. It's really opened that space to include everybody in the community.
We have a couple of other projects we work on throughout the year as well. This past year we did the trunk or treat, the multi-sensory trunk or treat at Holy Redeemer, and we partnered with Free Books for Kids Town, and we handed out over 200 books to kids. And to see their faces light up when they get to choose a book and they get to take it home and it's theirs, they don't have to bring it back. It was so much fun to give them out, and the kids were more excited about the books than they were the candy, which surprised me, because I think I would be more excited about the candy, but it was really amazing, and we were really happy to support that. And then the other project we did this year is we give out scholarships to the Northwest Regional College of Pennsylvania. It's very important for us to support non-traditional students. So students that may have started families or had to work, and they're going to school and working full time, or raising families and trying to go to school and better themselves. So we gave out 2 scholarships this year, and we hope to continue to do it again next year. The nice thing about supporting these students too is our money goes a long way. We can make a big difference in a student's life with the money we have. And it's people who live in our community and are trying to better themselves. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah. Well, and with the cost of higher education anymore, to have a resource that's local and affordable, and then like you said, you guys able to maybe even help somebody out a little bit more with that. Certainly goes a long way. I mean, I got married. My wife and I got married in the middle of my college journey, and but there were times where it was like, even going to a state, one of the PASHE schools, it was still a struggle.
Yeah.
A lot of times, trying to find a balance between working and going to class and still making enough to pay the tuition and finding financial aid. And, so I know from personal experience, every little bit that somebody can get helps a lot.
And a lot of these students, they're first generation going to college. And we'd love to be a mentorship for them as well. A lot of them just don't have the support of someone who's been there or people who are connected into the community. And we're very passionate about that as well.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Coffee and a Conversation presented by White Cane Coffee right here on Your Daily Local.
It's back once again, bigger and better than ever. Join us for Winterfest 2024 at Chapman State Park on February 3rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a day full of fun events and activities for the entire family. All the familiar favorites are back, like the organized mountain bike ride, sled dog ride, sledding, kayak sledding races, and of course the Salvation Army Polar Plunge. All new events this year include horse-drawn carriage rides and a cardboard sled race. Make plans to join us on February 3rd at Chapman State Park for Winterfest 2024. Find out more at warrenwinterfest.com.
And welcome back in as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation here on Your Daily Local. Brian Hagberg, Ruby Stone with you from the Rotary. And Ruby, let's circle back a little bit. Again, this Wild West Saloon Casino night that you guys have coming up, your big fundraiser. Again, that QR code in the corner of the screen, scan that now. You can get to the link to purchase tickets. If somebody's maybe not computer literate, is there another way or other areas where they can pick up some tickets?
Absolutely. You can definitely come down to White Cane Coffee. They've got tickets here. You can buy them here. They're $25. And the $25 gets you in the door. It also gets you, we're going to have some great appetizers this year, some kielbasa with barbecue sauce, some homemade potato chips, dips, you name it. The Conomaga Club's really going to do a great job with the food. And it also gives you a ticket for some moonshine punch. And you'll be entered into some of the door raffles, the door prizes, which is great. You can also pick up tickets at Stone Consulting. They're downtown right across from Northwest Savings Bank. Or if you're stuck and you can't find us, send us a Facebook message and we'll get some tickets to you. We will have them at the door, but we want to make sure that we have enough food for everybody. So buy them ahead of time so we can make sure we're appropriately staffed.
And just if somebody's on Facebook, just search Rotary Club of Warren.
Yep. And our website is rotaryclubofwarrenpa.com. And there's a link to buy tickets there as well.
So lots of different ways, in person, online, get your tickets now. This certainly sounds like an event that's going to be a great time for a lot of folks. Again, just the ability to kind of let loose and dress up. And, as we said, you can see still Bob at the counter there, looking like he's getting ready to maybe step behind the bar and
he does
start serving some sarsaparilla or something. But how did you come up with the Wild West theme and what led to that? And what's the planning?
Well, last year we did a Roaring 20s night. And everyone had a great time. They got dressed up. They had fake guns. There were gangsters and flappers. It was a lot of fun. So we wanted to do another theme that sounded like a good time. And the club, we had a couple of ideas we kicked around, and Wild West won this year. I don't know what we're doing next year. So, and it's been a lot of fun to think of games and prizes and decorations. I really think it's going to be a good time.
No duels though. We're not going to settle any disputes with the duel.
Please don't. Only cap guns or blow up guns, please.
And again, this is your big fundraiser. Help serve the Rotary mission. if somebody's watching this and saying, "Hey, this sounds like a great organization. I want to be part of that." How would somebody become part of it?
We meet at the Conewango Club every Wednesday at noon. Please feel free to come down and join us. If that doesn't work for you, we have an informal coffee at White King Coffee on Friday mornings at 7 a.m. I know it's early, but a lot of people have to get off to work. And that's just a chit chat meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not really a meeting. It's more socializing, which is a lot of fun.
A good way to maybe though for somebody who's trying to introduce themselves or find out more to come down and have that, where it's less, like you said, it's not just strictly a meeting. It's more just a social experience and see, who all's involved and what they're about. I know I've been to a couple of the Wednesday meetings, should probably get to some more, but and it's not, when you say a meeting, it's not necessarily just like like people think of, maybe a commissioners or a school board meeting, right? It's you've done a lot of, or you have a lot of guest speakers come in.
We do. We bring people in from all over the community to talk about their nonprofits or their business or something they're passionate about. So we usually have a quick business meeting, which is about 5 minutes, and then we have a speaker come in and talk to us about different topics. It's very interesting. And if you're new to town, especially, or you just haven't been able to connect with people in the community, it's a great way to do that.
I know the last speaker I got a chance to see was Harvey Stone, and was giving a unique perspective into kind of the very brief history of anti-Semitism and stuff. And and this was right as things in the Middle East were really starting to heat up between Israel and Palestine and Gaza and all that. And so it's not just you're bringing somebody in to bring somebody in. There's also a timeliness aspect to it, and it really can help people learn some new things about not just what's going on here, but potentially in the world.
Yeah, I look forward to it every week.
Is there if somebody had something maybe that they wanted to present, how would they reach out?
They could send us a message on Facebook. Yeah, that would be the easiest, I think. Yeah, we'd love to hear from everyone.
And so, again, February 9th at the Conewango Club beginning. Sorry, there's a poster right over here. I'm making sure I get my times right.
6:30 to 11 p.m. If you'd like to have dinner beforehand, the Conewango Club is doing a wonderful buffet with for $17. You just give them a call. You don't have to be a member. Give them a call, make a reservation, and you can have a wonderful buffet dinner before the event starts. Yeah,
and you can't go wrong with that. I don't think I've ever been to the Conewango Club and walked away disappointed. At least with the meal that was being served there, for sure.
Yeah, they have some great food. It's some great food, and we have some really great prizes this year. I'll give you a little sneak peek. So we have Ace Oneida Lumber donated one of those big solo stoves, the Yukon. I don't know if anyone's seen those. There's the smokeless fire pits for outside that you can even put on decking. It doesn't get hot underneath. They're worth over $500, and they were so generous and donated that. That's one of the grand prizes. We also have a weekend at Peak and Peak with $100 resort credit. So that should be a lot of fun. And we have a night at the Chautauqua Harbor Hotel. And I heard the Hazeltine Hotel here in town, I don't know if you know that, it's a little boutique hotel. They're going to donate a night as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've heard people have gone there and stayed, and they just rave about the experience. And certainly, I mean, just looking at pictures of people that have been posted from the interiors just looks amazing. So again, lots of great prizes, and that's just a small sampling of everything available, not to mention just going out, having a good time with people from the community, having a chance to do something a little different, right? How many people have had a chance to experience a Wild West saloon style?
Well, and what's great too is these professional dealers that we have come in, because you're not gambling with real money. They teach you the game. So if you've ever been intimidated to go up to a craps table or play roulette, you don't have to worry about not knowing how to play or the other people getting upset at you that you didn't play your hand right, when you're doing blackjack or something like that. They will teach you things, give you tips. It's really just a lot of fun. And I don't know about you, gambling with my own money is hard, but when I've already made a donation
Right.
and I'm just gambling with funny money, it's a lot more,
yeah,
it's a lot more fun.
a lot easier. Yeah, there's a lot less pressure to gotta get this one right.
Yeah. And you can, we'll take cash, of course, but we'll have credit card machines. So if you get into the swing of things and you're doing well at roulette and you need more chips, we can take care of you.
All right, so again, February 9th, 6:30 p.m. at the Conowongo Club. That is the Wild West Saloon Casino night for the Rotary Club. Again, scan that QR code right in the corner of your screen there for tickets. You can also purchase tickets right here at the White Cane Coffee Cafe, in person also at Stone Consulting on the Rotary Club website, Rotary Club of Warren. PA.com. Lots of different ways to purchase tickets. Should be a fantastic event coming up. Benefits a great cause. The Rotary Club does so much for the community. Some that you can see very readily, such as Lacey Park. Some maybe you don't necessarily see, but investing in our adult learners and adult students with scholarships, again, just benefits the community in a lot of different ways, because now they have a chance to contribute in different ways and help build the community as well. So, lots of good stuff from the Rotary Club. If you want to check them out, Wednesdays at noon
at the Conowongo Club.
At the Conowongo Club. Friday mornings at 7 a.m. right here at the White Cane Coffee Cafe. So, Ruby, thank you so much for taking some time. Certainly looking forward to this event on February 9th. Should be a fantastic night. And thank you again, just to you on behalf for the Rotary Club. Just thank you so much for all you do.
Well, thanks for having us. We really appreciate all the support we've gotten from the community, and we're really excited for everyone to come out and have a great time.
That will wrap it up for this week's edition of Coffee and a Conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Brian Hagberg on your Daily Local saying have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday for your Morning Cup of News.
You know what would make that better? A cup of White Cane coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White Cane coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.